for me, Tyrone are really trying to maximise 15 versus 14 situations, and possession game is so important now. Before we look at this possession back, we have to again clarify this is a goalkeeper, it's not a centre half back or a full back even coming out. He had 30 possessions in play, Niall Morgan, between the Kerry game and the Mayo game. So he actually only lost the ball twice, and he went forward and he had 2 shots, as you can see here. One of them he missed, and the other one he got that fantastic score. So he also had 2 interceptions in the game as well. But for me, that's obviously it's an evolution in the game in terms of you have a goalkeeper who can support the play, who is an emergency exit. But then you're looking at Tyrone, who scored 5 points from play last week and only 2 the week before. So you're looking at a team who are kind of constantly having to go backwards to go forward. This is all good and well, but if you're over relying on it, I can imagine, Kieran, if you're in full forward beside Gooch and your goalkeeper's dictating matters out the field, you kind of be getting a bit of itchy feet, would you? One of the things that will be very interesting for me will be if Evan Comerford starts again in goal. Looking at it, it's very harsh to be comparing anyone to Stephen Cluxton, but if you're wearing the number 1 jersey after he wears it, you have to be. Dublin the last day had 76% of their kickouts they won. Stephen Cluxton, the All-Ireland final last year, 94%. Last year his average was just under 90%. You know, it's quite a considerable drop, and a lot of the kickouts they lost the last day were straight after an important score or an important moment. Is that safety net gone? How important is that, especially even as an opposition? If you're playing against Dublin and you don't see Stephen Cluxton in there, you know, does that give you a boost?
Oh, it has to give you a boost, yeah.
Centre half back for Mayo. You know, this player it was his first league start for Mayo. But instead of looking like a duck out of water, you can see him here. His head is up constantly. He's like a duck in water. The way he picks this pass out, he actually had 30 possessions in the game. He had a point which was narrowly wide, and in the other 29 he had accurate passes. 14 of them were kick passes. You can see this one with his left foot. And this is something which Mayo have been desperately missing for the last couple of years. We've got a lot of players who are very high octane around that middle third. You know, and they pick up a ball here, and if there's space in front of them, and if there's a man in front of them, they're going to run through that man. If there's space in front of them and a kick on, they're going to kick it. They're not going to stop and steady themselves, exactly like he did there. Take the tackle, look left, look right, and give that little pass. And I think he's a potential. He's going to get a lot sterner testing in that game. But he has a potential to bring Mayo on another level because he's something that they don't have. Our second piece of analysis is regarding Brian Fenton. Brian never plays a bad game, but in the game here we're basically breaking it into 10-minute segments in which we're comparing Brian Fenton's touches and involvements with the score and Dublin's score in aggregate. And as you can see, the two are pretty much mirroring each other. So there's a few reasons for that. It basically shows the importance of Brian Fenton, but also shows the marking job that was being done on Brian Fenton, but he kind of broke through in that last 60 minutes. So there's a couple of clips we're going to look at here. The first one here, we're just going to basically show